What's up, guys? Today I'm going to give you 3 easy tips to sell that used fishing kayak fast. Alright, so I've been kayak fishing a lot of years. Bought and sold more kayaks than I probably should have, but I like switching out new boats pretty often, and I've done it a lot. So I've had some sell fast, some sell slow. I've seen a lot of kayaks listed, seen great listings, bad listings, seen a lot of mistakes, seen a lot of really good things people have done to pop them quick. These days it's not always so hard because there is still kind of a backlog of orders, and production is still slowed with a lot of the manufacturers, so used kayaks are at a premium, kind of like used cars. But even with that, if your listing's not right and you don't do a few things right, it can hinder how fast you can get that thing sold, get that money in your pocket, and go on to your next upgrade or whatever you need that money for. So let's get into it. So these things will seem like common sense, but I've seen the mistakes happen a lot where people don't really focus on them. So we're going to talk about them anyway, and hopefully they ring true to you. And if you have any more tips to sell a kayak real fast, sell a used kayak, put them in the comments. I'd love to learn from y'all as well. All right, so number one, first and foremost, probably the biggest thing is price that thing right. Do not overprice your kayak, and you don't really want to underprice it unless you really want to sell it quick. But do a little research. All you got to do, Google search, what the retail price is now for your exact kayak if they still make it, and then what the used market looks like. Look up Craigslist, Facebook, whatever. Change the zip codes, see what they're selling for in your immediate area and then around there, and then come in, at or a little even below the average asking price. I always like to undercut it by $100 or $2. That way you get yours out there on the market and gone quick. And price it first stripped. So if you bought a paddle yak, for instance, and you've outfitted it with live scope and power poles and put a motor on it and done all this stuff, don't put a $1,500 kayak on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist for $8,000 or $5,000 or whatever. I mean, kayaks are a DIYer's dream, but they may want to DIY it themselves. So that's another thing we can get. We can go down a whole other path. Is when you buy stuff, make sure it can go from yak to yak, so that you don't have to sell the whole package just so you can get another kayak. You want to be able to move stuff in case you can't sell it all as a package. Now, in the listing, you can, outside of the asking price for just a kayak, you can put underneath the description, hey, with depth finder this price, with motor depth finder this price, and add that in there as an option. But list it as a used kayak, not a used package, because they can get really pricey, and then your listing's going to sit on there for months. So this should go without saying, but I see it messed up all the time. Take good pictures. Take good pictures. All the camera phones these days take great pictures. That's all you need. Make sure the lighting's good when you're taking your picture. Make sure your boat is cleaned up, stickers taken off, all the crap out of it, old baits, dirt, whatever. Make sure it's a good, solid picture with good lighting. Take a lengthwise shot, a straight-on shot, some close-up shots of the seat, the tank well, whatever. And then I always like to include one picture that is fully rigged. So, if you can have a buddy, or you have an old picture of you out on the water actually fishing out of it, fully rigged, where they can see, oh yes, this is a fishing kayak. This guy is fishing in it, and not just have to imagine it. Throw that in there too. And then make sure wherever you list it, the majority of people list them on Facebook Marketplace now. Some people still use Craigslist, but Facebook Marketplace, while it's cool, can be a frustrating son of a gun, because you get all these "is this available" messages, what comes with it messages. People never get back to you. So make sure your listing is very, very informative and very enticing, so that when somebody does reach out, they're a serious buyer, hopefully. Make sure you have all the specs of the kayak. You can find those on the manufacturer's website. Just copy and paste them over there. Length, weight, width, all that kind of stuff. You can even put a link to the manufacturer's website where they can go see the retail price of it and check out some additional info if they'd like to in the description. And then include on the listing in the description what is exactly included. If it only comes with the kayak, then make sure you put that in there. If it comes with a paddle, put that in there. That'll avoid all the unnecessary questions in Messenger and clean that up a little bit, hopefully in your inbox. Of course, seems like people out there, no matter what, are still going to send you some crazy messages, but do what you can to mitigate that the best you can with good, informative description of your boat. That's a few quick, easy tips to help sell that kayak fast. Hope that helped y'all. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any other tips that has helped you sell them over the years, throw them down there. As always, I appreciate y'all. Hit that notification bell and subscribe button before you bounce out of here. Thank you.